This one has like multiple different scenes. That's what I'm saying. Look, this is a kitchen. They're just absolutely stunning. So we are giving away this whole lot of release papers. Yin Yang. I remember that one. This one is like the fan favorite. How long did this one take you?
That one I actually did really quickly because I focused only on it. It took me, I think it was like a little over a month. But I was like rushing on that one.
Really?
Usually I take it slow.
That's crazy. You cannot tell it looks like it took, I don't know. That's crazy. So like with this one, did you paint the inside and then come up with this border?
Yes. That's
awesome.
actually painted on an old cabinet door. I don't have the original anymore, or I'd show you, and it actually had working little wooden doors that opened and closed where the dragon is, and then in the clouds where the little rainbows and fairies are, that like would open. You'd have to open the wooden door to be able to see those scenes. It was really fun. I love that piece.
That's awesome. Oh, what size are these? These are the quarter sheet size. Some of them are landscape, some of them are portrait. But its orientation is where it shows the most of the art, the least amount of cropping, if that makes sense, because that's how we like to show them. So you get a few of these, and look at this one. Look at all this. This is crazy. But Jen is absolutely right. Once you see an image of Becca, you know it's Becca's, you know? And this is the featured Ticket to Ride canvas. More aliens. Beautiful. Kitties. And then the windows. I like the windows a lot. They're my favorite. This tiger shows up in some paintings, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with tigers. I have a giant stuffed tiger in the studio. I'm so in love with them.
Beautiful. So towards the end, what time is it? Okay, so in about 10 minutes or so, we are going to have you all put in a code in the chat, and we're going to be doing a drawing. And yeah, so that's that. Let's go ahead and take this down. First try. Watch this. So close. Watch this. Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause. Anyway, so another question that I had is like when you first started your art, did you have a favorite artist in mind, like that you drew from?
I have like a few, I would say, favorite artists. One of them is Alex Gray. I don't know if anybody is familiar with them. He does not have diamond art available, unfortunately. He would be really, really cool, but he does really psychedelic. I would say he's probably the most famous psychedelic artist that's alive today. And also Josephine Wall. I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with her because she does have diamond art available. I love her work so much. So those are probably like my top two favorite artists of all time. They've definitely influenced me, especially Alex Gray, because he like views art as like a spiritual practice. He actually opened a whole like art church in New York. So he is super inspirational.
That's awesome. I just Googled him, and yeah,
you probably would recognize some stuff. I bet he's super famous.
That's crazy.
Okay, here you go, baby.
So like these, it looks like a lot of these would be crazy diamond paintings.
They would.
Oh my god! Look, you can see right inside these people here. I love it. Oh, I can totally see like inspiration by him in some of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Any diamond art companies out there, I might have to give him a holler, honestly. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
So let's take this down. So Josephine Wall was another one too.
Yes, yep. I adore her so much.
Oh yeah.
What, baby? You want to say hi? Oh. Yeah, you like pretty color, don't you? Yeah. Say, Becca makes some pretty color. Yeah.
Children usually always love my art. Whenever I do like vending events in person, all the little kids like run up. They love it.
You have bright colors.
Yeah.
Bye, Judy. That's Judikins. Jude. Hey, Jude.
Jude.
Oh.
So
When
another.
he's in trouble, we call him Judicus.
He does do that. I had a question in my head, and then it went away. I was so ready for it too.
I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
sorry I do that to you.
I remember not that recently, Becca, you made me cringe so much when you covered up a canvas, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, she did not just do that. And I was like, look, it was like you're like it was just too basic for me. And I was like, just to have a dragon come like blowing down the roof of the house. I don't know. So
that was what went through her mind. Like, don't destroy the canvas, have a dragon destroy the image.
yeah, I was like, cool,
I remember you saying that.
I was like, don't, because it was like you probably can't find it now unless you like troll her Facebook page. Like I do not troll. That's not the right word. Stalk is the better word. I'm not a troll. Stalk. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it was like a house and like a trail. And so tell me your feelings of what made you decide I'm just gonna redo this.
I was bored, basically. As you can see, most of my art has a million scenes in it. So if I try to do one thing, I need to do it on a very small canvas. Otherwise, I'm just like, this is so boring to me. Like, I just can't do just one thing. Like, I need to have so much going on, and I also need it to challenge me. And that one didn't feel like it was going to challenge me. So the idea I have the wooden board. It was a wooden board that I painted on because I'm going to add opening doors on this one. So I have it still and it's white right now, but I have a whole plan for it. It's going to be like Mayan influence, like a jungle, ancient future jungle theme. It'll be really fun. It'll have animals and stuff. It'll have like old, ancient like temple doors that you can open up to a hidden scene.
Oh
so
my gosh.
And that seemed way more interesting to me than just like a cute little cabin. So I was like, I can't do the cute cabin. Maybe on like a tiny canvas sometime I'll do that.
So were you trying to go for something new with it originally, and then you were just like, yeah. You know?
I'm trying to like figure out, like, coming from like a business standpoint, I really need to figure out either a way to paint things faster or paint things like a little more simple so I can move on from painting to painting. And also I have to sell my originals for so much money because they take me almost a year to complete for the really big ones. So I was like, I need to try something simple so that I can have more original work that I can price lower and I can move on. And then I was like, no, this is not me. Like, I can't do that. I got to stay true to myself.
Yeah. And we had a question here. How do you get your colors so vibrant? Is there a special neon paints?
Yes, I use fluorescent paints. The brand I use is Liquitex. They're kind of a basic brand. They're nothing special. Anybody can do it, but what really makes stuff pop is the fluorescent airbrush paints. Those are amazing. If anybody is a painter, I mean, obviously airbrushing is a lot to get into, but it will change everything. If you start to paint and you want something to make your work really pop, I highly recommend airbrushing.
Have you ever considered doing like mandalas or like, I mean, I guess they would be, anything's more basic than your art. Honestly, it's very detailed and vibrant, but like, what about the vibrant color type of mandalas? Maybe, I don't know.
I've never done any before. I probably would find it relaxing, I guess. But I don't know. I guess for me, like, what I consider like a meditative thing is like doing the space, like the cosmic space that I paint so much. I've never tried a mandala before, but maybe one day I would. They're very symmetrical, and I think you have to like use a protractor, if that's the right word, to like make it all perfect, which I do like.
One said protractor in like 1,000 years. That brought me way back to high school days. Protractor.
I'm looking at the background Crashly has for our live, and I'm thinking maybe mentally you could override your brain, right? And like I see the little circles, and I'm like, all right, so what if you kind of told your brain you were doing the little scenes in the circles? and like you could keep flipping them out and stuff. So you have this really, or the windows behind you, you've got 4, I think, on that board, but like
Mhm.
you could almost, I don't know, override your brain.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know
just creating a scene
if
for
she
one of the circles in this painting.
if she
Oh
Yeah.
no,
creates
it's
something
actually
more
something simple.
if she creates something more basic and covers it up again, I might have a hernia. I don't know, because whew, she says it was basic, but I'm telling you guys, it was this beautiful house and this beautiful trail, and she was just like, like, ah, woman.
See, that's definitely like what I need to do. The basic ideas, I tend to be like, okay, that's going to become what I call a portal, is the little scenes. I call them portals. So that will either come back in a tiny canvas by itself, or it will become a portal. So that little scene is not gone forever. It'll come back, I'm
It's
sure.
still up here in her
Yeah.
mind.
Exactly.
Courtney says, what's the meaning behind the rainbow/inner kingdom?
Oh, I love that painting. So that one is kind of about like the hidden space like within you that you can find when you meditate. It's peaceful. So when life is like really, really stressful, I can like take deep breaths and like go inside my imagination inside of myself and find that peace in like my own inner world of art and forget about everything else in reality that's like stressing me out. So that's what that one represents. Is finding that, because everybody can find that within themselves too.
That just made me so happy. She's full, like, I'm starting to think that Becca needs to maybe even another source of getting your stuff out there, like make these quotes or whatever, because she said something to me the other day and I was like, that was just such a beautiful thing to say, and you'd be like,
thank you.
Becca will make you happy, and you just go like to the next page, or one of those calendars you rip off the day and then you
Oh, yeah, that would be so cute.
that's Jen got me one of those for my birthday, and it was all cat stuff, and it's funny.
Oh,
She gets me all sorts of cat gifts. Like here's this one. That's still
adorable.
watch this. That's something else, is it not? I'm telling
But
you.
my daughter would love that. She's obsessed with cats. Actually, Cosmic Kitties, I painted that one for her. She has it in her room.
That's awesome. That's why we wanted to host the event with her art. Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Brittany. So Sparkling Diamonds with Brittany and Robin, they just finished up their Emma Casey event, and they're actually hosting another one featuring or highlighting Becca Tindol's art as well. And it's called something really cool that I forgot. Rainbow Inner.
I forget too.
It's a really cool name because I remember reading it and like, oh, that does sound like a Becca. I was pretty impressed. So, Brittany, if you would like to share your group, I believe I have it in the description.
Visions of the Soul. That's right.
Yes, and I
helped come up with that. I can't believe I forgot it.
See,
I shared it, but it only shares, I think, on my channel, or is it popping up on yours too?
I see it in StreamYard. I see everything in StreamYard.
I know.
I'm not sure if it, but either way, it's in the description.
It did not share it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's Brittany's group, so
Brittany
it's
shared
fine.
it.
There we go. So
there we go.
And I believe that starts sometime soon.
Well, hopefully it starts soon.
Isn't it in June?
June. I think it was June.
I think it's June, and they decided to do June and July. But if I'm wrong, somebody's say in the chat.
Yep, that's our Facebook group world event. Yeah, if you want to post any other things, June 1st. Okay, that was right. You were right. See, look at us. So that starts June 1st. So with all these paintings coming out, and check the DAC restocks, make sure you nail yours down and then come get your license matching release papers. See, that's how that will work. You get to celebrate her birthday. That's right.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing. So what paintings are you working on right now, all at the same time?
Right now, I'm actually have like the least amount of paintings going. Gosh, where is one of them? I'm working on 2 collabs right now. So I collab with other artists occasionally. Usually I travel to like music festivals and live paint, and I meet a ton of other artists because there's always multiple artists painting. And some of the artists there like want to collab. So I'll show one of them that I'm working on.
So yes, Serafina, there will be event cover minders. I have a few more to show too, so just wait for that.
So this half has not had anything done with it. This is the other half that the other artist is going to do, but I've done this. So
Ooh.
Let me see if there we go. Oh my
That just
goodness.
gave me an idea, Becca. Have you ever thought of doing a painting that goes from black to color?
I
Like
have
black and white to
actually.
color?
Yes, I wanted to do that for a long time. So eventually I will get to that.
I think I'm gonna have the bio first. Oh
Kind of
yeah. So
reminds me of Marvel when they just had that, I forget. But it was like when they were back in the 50s on the scenes, they would have black and white and then they would go to color as they came closer and closer to real time.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that would be a really cool concept.
okay, we're gonna do a giveaway here. So everyone get your keyboards ready. I have a monitor over here, so I'm not like secretly rolling my eyes or something. So you guys continue your thing here. What should the hashtag be? What should it be?
So you kind of answered this a little bit, so maybe it's the same answer, but I was going to ask, looking back, what is one of your pieces that you look at and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I created that or that came out of me. Like you were just so in awe of what was on the paper.
I would probably say Joyful Journey. That's the one that had the rainbow background. It was released most recently by Diamond Art Club. That one is one of the most like special ones to me. But also Cosmic Trip. I think that's the one I'm most like known for. It's the one on my shirt. I don't have the original anymore, but that one was like the first really space themed piece I did, where I like really developed like the cosmic airbrush thing that I love so much. So that like blew my mind that I was able to do that, because I had always envisioned it and tried to do it with a regular paintbrush, and it would take me dozens of hours and it wouldn't look very good. And then I was able to like totally change my art style after that.
Took you to a different level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So was your art style not always like rainbow bright colors then?
It definitely, I would say, kind of always was, except for when I was like a teenager. I did a lot of pencil drawings. I did a lot of like portraits, like mostly like fan art of like musicians that I loved. Like I was obsessed with the Beatles, so I'd always draw the Beatles when I was a teenager. And then I kind of got into like a little bit of like psychedelic art. I painted like a mushroom, smoking a joint, like when I was a teenager, because I was like, oh, I'm so like rebellious. My parents hated that. But about 6 years ago, I really started getting into like the super rainbow stuff. And the rainbow itself is really spiritual to me. Like it represents like the whole like spectrum of everything. Like I feel like everything can relate back to color. Like every emotion can relate to a color. To me, I have synesthesia, so all like numbers and flavors relate to colors to me. So the rainbow itself just symbolizes so much. So I'm obsessed with it, obviously, and use it in all my paintings.
Mm.
That is amazing. Like I haven't even thought about a rainbow in that way, and now I'm going to see a rainbow and be like, that is spiritual, and I'm thinking of Becca, and that's what's going to happen. And everyone. So I put in the chat, if you didn't see yet, type in the chat #Becca, #Becca to be entered in for that release paper group drawing, and I will be sending it to the winner. So we'll have that in about 4 or 5 minutes. But I had another question for you. Have you ever done like people in your art? Like I don't know if I've seen one.
So the only like people I do are like wizards and fairies and gnomes, so kind of like magical. As of like, if you mean like portraits of actual people, I've done commissions of those before, but it's been a long time. I don't enjoy them so much because when you paint a specific person, you have to be so precise. Like if you get something a millimeter off, it doesn't look exactly like them, and that bothers me. So I try to avoid painting portraits, and nowadays I don't have a lot of time to do commissions for people either. So I can do like max 2 a year. And I try to choose ones where people let me have creative freedom, because that's when I do like my best art.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've always thought it was strange that all people have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, but we all look so different, even though we all have those.
Yeah, we do.
I can get that. I've tried to draw faces a million times, and they always look like potatoes or something. So I just,
faces are hard for sure.
Yeah, and like ears are always so weird. It always looks like a cinnamon roll. So I'm like, I'm just not made to create. I can create clay stuff, but not drawing stuff. It's rough. It's hard out here.
So we have another question in the chat. They want to know, Becca, when you release one of your originals and you sell it or give it away, is it hard to say goodbye?
Hard. Yes, definitely very hard. It breaks my heart sometimes because I know I'll probably never see it again. I wish that like a lot of my art collectors, though, I've become good friends with, but they usually live far away across the country. So it's unlikely that I'll see them, but I'm sure at some point in my life, I will see some of my originals again, thankfully. But yeah, it's definitely very hard because they're like my babies in a way. Like I've spent so much time creating them, and then to send them off is heartbreaking. But usually they tend to stick around for a while. Sometimes I will sell paintings immediately, usually like my smaller ones, my more affordable ones, but the big ones, like some of these, like this one I've had for almost like 5 years now. So I get to really love it and appreciate it. But one day it'll find its home, and it'll be bittersweet, but I'll be also glad that somebody connects with it, and they get to appreciate it too.
Aww. I didn't even think about that. So when you make a painting, you sell the original, and then do you sell like smaller copies of it too?
I'm like changing to do more limited edition prints. I used to do just like open edition prints, which mean like I have like an infinite amount, like whoever buys it, they'll get a print. But now I'm trying to do like I'll only release 40, and they'll be like released on really special paper, like holographic paper. So I'm trying to like switch to that. So I feel like it represents my art better. I still will sell like prints in person, but I just want my art to be more like collectible and special.
Well, that makes sense. Someone wants to know, if you buy clothing on your site, how long is the turnaround?
So it depends on the item. If you look on the description, it should tell you on each item, but most things are going to be made to order because I just don't have room to keep everything in every size in my house. But usually it's going to be around 3 weeks. And if it's something that I sew myself, it could be up to 5 to 6 weeks, depending on if I have an event I have to go out of town for. Yeah, something like that.
And then we have Becca, where do you live, or where are you from?
I live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I've been in Alabama most of my life. I've been here for about 20 years because my dad works at the university here, and I want to move away to a place that's more artsy. But I have a young daughter. She's 8 years old. So I'm staying here to be near her family for now because I need to be near her family so she can have her grandparents, and also so I can travel multiple times a year. I travel for like a week at a time to go and paint like across the country somewhere.
Is hashtag open to Canada? Yes, we ship to Canada. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Go for it. So speaking of traveling, and have you ever thought about coming to a diamond painting retreat?
I didn't even know those existed.
I know some people that host a very big one called the Great Lakes Escape. Not trying to do any plugs here, but that would be us. We do that. So that would be so amazing. We'll talk about it after.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Like you seem like you would get along very well with the community, laid backness and stuff. Mm-hmm. I was about to do the drawing, but I keep seeing people typing in hashtag Becca. Come on, are we done typing? No, like maybe they're trying to catch up on it.
Don't type in hashtag Becca. Hit the like too.
Yeah, hit the like too. Up. You're not entered unless you like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. You get an extra entry for super chats. Also kidding. Also kidding. Don't worry. Yes, GLE Kupakai is coming to GLE. That's right. Okay, I'm about to do the drawing. So if you're just now coming in, you have like some odd seconds. Okay. Here we go. If I can present first try, watch this.
Yes, Bella is going to be there too. Bella Art to Nicole. Woo-hoo!
Takeaway tool. Here we go. Share. We have 54 entries and we have 78 people. So all you other people, see, they're still coming in. Diamond painting with Granny. Look, you have 5 seconds, y'all. Just saying. And it's an exciting giveaway. It's a betch. I said betch, and I didn't say a bad word. A bunch of Becca Tindol release papers. Fun fact, Jennifer doesn't say bad words. She says poodles and cute stuff in place of them, just in case you all didn't know that. All flabbergasted.
That's Crashly's goal in life is to hear me swear.
Well, even the one time she did, I wasn't around, and I'll never forget that. So
she was sitting right next to me, but she wasn't listening.
Whatever. One of these days. Here we go.
Anyway.
54 entries. Look at all these people.
DP addiction.
Why was my name in there?
Crashly was in there. Excuse me.
I typed in Michelle Hunter. Congratulations.
Michelle Hunter.
My handy dandy cat sticky note.
Ellen, it does work for both channels.
Yep. Not sure if it worked for both. Oh yeah, it takes on the stream.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Michelle Hunter. I got it. Release paper.
Michelle, you know where I hang out.
And where? Why was that so ominous? You know where I hang out. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for tonight. It looks like we have about 5 minutes left, and I promise we would not go over an hour. So, any parting questions from you, Jennifer Roberts?
I think we covered a lot in round 1, so
I think we did.
We'll have to have you back, Becca. Was it all you had hoped for and more?
Yeah, I love getting to share my art. So anytime I can, I take advantage, and I love it. I love that other people care about my art. That means a lot to me. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Maybe we'll see you again for the Becca Tindol diamond painting event.
Yes, I am doing another live. I have to get the details, but I'll post about it in my diamond art group. It's on Facebook. It's Becca Tindol's Diamond Art or Diamond Fan Club, something like that. You should be able to find it. I think someone shared it.
I'm glad you said that. So check before we leave the stream, or viewers, the description has all of Becca's social, including her store. She has a Facebook page, and she also has the fan club group. And she posts all sorts of little videos of her like doing outlines and things she's working on. So make sure you follow all of those and check out her store. But we appreciate you all being here and watching. Until next time, everyone, like and subscribe.
Well, don't forget to go check out her website until 8 p.m. Central. She gave us YouTube as the promo code for 10% off. We are so excited, Becca. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all.
I have to write that down too because I got to go buy my thingamajig. All right. So happy shopping, everyone. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.